Well, hey guys, it's Girl Gut Game. Welcome back to Kyoto Wins, where we're doing Hachiro Iba's Unrequited Love ending. So I've loaded Chapter 5 with Low Romance, and I haven't even got to the first option yet, and it's already stopped me from skipping ahead. So I don't know why that is. The last thing that was said was Toshi sending Soji with Kondo to Osaka Castle, and apparently this time around it's making me gasp. Had that meant that Hijikata was already aware of Okita's condition?
Huh? Who are you talking about? I'm talking about Soji. He has tuberculosis. His future isn't looking so bright. What?
I wasn't sure if Okita had told Hijikata himself, or if it were Yamazaki who informed him, but it seemed Hijikata was not only aware of Okita's disease, but had already made plans around it. Okay, so did we spend... If you do low romance with Hachiro, does that mean you spend more time with either Yamazaki or Soji? I mean, his order made sense. It was easy to see that Okita was in no condition to fight, and there was no way for him to conceal his illness from Hijikata, who'd known him for so long.
Got it. So Soji's got tuberculosis, huh?
Heisuke became a fury. Kondo was almost fatally wounded, and now Okita's illness had gotten worse. The Shinsengumi's fate seemed to hang in the balance as their leadership seemed to be dealt blow after blow. It didn't seem like anyone felt comfortable voicing these concerns aloud, but there was no way they weren't worried about our collective futures. Interesting. So that whole thing played out way differently. Okay, so now we gotta get to our first option. So there's 3 choices in Chapter 5. So here's our first one. Instead of kind of chewing on our cheek and agreeing, and then Iba getting us to confess our real feelings, we say right from the get-go, I don't want to go. The first 2 choices that we're going to make that are opposite from the good ending will be the same for both Unrequited Love and the bad ending, but the last choice will be different for Unrequited Love and bad ending. If that made sense. I hope that was English. So I'll save when I get to the 3rd choice. But anyway, I don't want to go. In any other circumstances, I would have been too intimidated to voice my opinion to Hijikata, but I can't do that. I struggled to find anything else to say, however.
What did you say?
Hijikata made no attempts to hide his frustrations as he questioned me. The coldness of his glare made my knees shake. The Shinsengumi has protected me and cared for my well-being for as long as I've been with them. If Kyoto really is going to become a war zone, then many of our men will get hurt. Men like Kondo and Okita. When it comes to sword wounds, recovery depends entirely how quickly treatment is given. Knowing this, I apologize that this is rash, but I cannot agree that my place is away from here. As I finished my explanation, Hijikata rolled his eyes as if dealing with an unruly child, but then eventually...
Jeez. You're a stubborn one, and the worst part is you've got everyone fooled.
Fooled with what? Fooled with what? That I'm not stubborn? Or am I just faking that I'm a good doctor? What are you trying to say, Toshi? Okay, so we're gonna say our long goodbye. So long, farewell. Alright, so I think the next choice is with... Oh, man, that was a loud gunshot. I think the next choice is with Inoue. There you are, thank you for reminding me. We're in the forest, and Takeda and our dad shows up. And I think I have to say that what's the choice? Yes, I'm gonna fight by his side instead of following orders and running away. I assume we're just gonna run away still, but we're gonna be more like, no, I can't leave you. Go, you idiot! But it'll have an effect on, Hachiro. Why am I having such difficulty with names today? I've eaten. I'm not particularly tired. Whatever. We'll get to it. I'm sorry I'm causing such difficulty for everybody this time around. I wonder what's going to happen in these endings. I mean, bad endings, usually somebody dies. But I'm not quite sure what to expect from the unrequited love ending. Well, we're gonna find out very shortly. I was gonna say very soon, and then very shortly, and it came out very shorn. Alright. In a way, I must disagree this time around. It wasn't that I had my doubts in Inoue's swordsmanship, but even then, a 2-on-1 between Inoue against my father and Takeda didn't bode well for him. Wait! I'll fight too! Then, Inoue's tone adopted a stern urgency that I had never heard him use before.
What are you talking about? You have been tasked with a mission! If the both of us die here, then you will be letting down Sanon, Heisuke, and Hijikata, all of whom place their belief in you.
He was right. Staying here meant I could potentially lose the secret of the Furies to the Satsuma Choshu, meaning that all of this could be for nothing. I truly didn't want to leave Inoue alone, but it was the only way. Alright, and that's, yeah. So she still runs away anyway. It was just like a couple more lines of stuff, which I sort of figured was going to happen. It's just us being stupid. Stupider than usual. Alright. Well, the last choice is after this battle, and we can either agree to give Hachiro the Water of Life or not. He's probably going to take it both ways anyway. Whether he has to wrestle it from us is another story. So I am going to give it to him in the unrequited love ending. So he should still turn into a Fury. Which means he might end up living, but... yeah, I just don't know. I will save there, though, because that will be the different choice that we make for the bad ending later on. The biggest difference so far has just been the beginning scene with Soji's illness, which was really interesting. Sen can look so fierce sometimes. Alright, time for us to Vamuse. Then we gotta have a serious talk about our boo. How this is not gonna really work out. I wonder if we still have the memory, or if we're not close enough to Hachiro this time to have that memory. We'll see. Here's the demon arm I was keeping in my kimono. I kind of think we didn't have the flashback this time. I'm pretty sure the flashback happened before this choice showed up. So that's interesting if that is so. Alright. So, let me just double check. It is okay still, right? Yep, still say okay. So let's see when things start to change from here on out. Okay, no, we had the flashback after. Darn, I thought maybe we weren't close enough to regain our memories this time around. Okay, fine. My memory's a little spotty. He still called us his love, even though our affection's not very good with him this time around. So, let's see how this plays out. Is he still gonna just beat Takeda with no problem? Okay, something's happening. Okay, so she reached for the Kadachi. Gotcha.
Nuh-uh, don't do that.
Sen had come from behind me to grab my arm so we could run away. Oh. Ah! Takeda had performed a running jump kick, knocking Sen to the other side of the room? Wow! To Sen? Sen! Ooh.
Chizuru, run for it!
Eva screamed out to me. What are you doing? Hurry, run for it! Both Eva and Sen were telling me to make an escape. I'd sprinted for the exit, using their words as motivation to run into the freezing darkness. I had no sense of direction, and all I could do was run through the woods and hope I didn't trip. By the grace of the moonlight, my eyes started adjusting to the dark, but it was still impossible to see. As I made my way through the foggy trees, I turned to look over my shoulder occasionally, hoping no one, or nothing, was behind me. Eventually, my fatigue got the better of me, and my feet were aching with sharp pain. Even so, I had to grit my teeth and continue on. Meanwhile, I'd circled around the forest, coming back to the village I had just run away from. There was no one to be seen, however. Sen, Kimigiku, my father, Takeda, and even Eva, all gone. Where could everyone have gone? Where did everybody go? To be honest, I was just tired of running. I struggled to stand, and I just fell to the floor. I was lying on the floor, watching the sky swirl above me, thinking about how they had yelled at me to run away, all to just end up in the same place. So maybe if I just waited here, Sen and Eva would return. I mean, they had to come back eventually, right? So, yes. Maybe just some rest. What about everybody else in the village? Are they all gone too? Puddles of blood began to pool under me. All I could do was watch the sky above me, holding on to my thin hope for the best. What are you... What? What? Puddles of blood float... So are you pretending not to see the bodies, or are the bodies gone, and there's just pools of blood everywhere, and you're like, this is fine. I'm sure they'll come back. Because surely blood's not pouring from you from just running for a long time. Chizuru? Huh? Chizuru? Nothing? No? Man, what a weird, unrequited love ending. That was like literally a nothing ending. Didn't explain nothing, just kind of like... I assume that's what they meant, is that there's just blood where she had been. And she's just going to pretend like everyone wasn't slaughtered in that village. Huh. Man, this fruit's been all kind of weird for me. I'm sorry, Hachiro. I don't know, I'm just kind of like... And then? I'm constantly left with, and then what? You just keep leaving me in expectation. Maybe I just expected too much from this. I don't know. So I'm just constantly like, uh-huh. I don't know. Not what I was expecting, for sure. Left me wanting is just going to be like the theme for this. I guess I can hope in the bad ending that at least I see somebody die. Even if it's just me, then at least I have some closure. Just give me a little bit of closure. So, We gave him the serum. He had the arm. What did he do with it? Did he just, like, after all that declaration of my love, even though I know our affection wasn't that great. Still, like, he didn't even, like, try it? I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know. Not my favorite unrequited love ending. We'll just say that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it for what it was. Tell me your theories about the pools of blood below. I'd be curious to know if you agree or if you have like a different idea of what may have happened there. But anyway, that is the unrequited love ending done. So now it's time to go and do the bad ending. So hopefully I'll see you over there, guys.